Good morning, Facebook. For this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Wow, it is time to get up. I already feel like I've been up all night, and I rolled over and started reading emails, and texting, and IMs. I didn't write in my book. I just wanted to hit this morning a very interesting topic or comment that I heard from an email. And it was so funny because y'all know what? I dreamed it too. I did. I dreamed it. But I just want to tell you all, you're living in apartments. I don't want to scare you, but make sure you bolt your doors down good. From my understanding, there are some who are going inside the house and taking the children out. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful. There was a situation. Is all they said. They didn't give me any other information. Just the fact that be careful. Make sure you deadbolt your locks, because I heard that they're going inside the house, taking the kids out and doing what they do to them. So hopefully it's not the situation when I read that, y'all. You know, y'all hear my voice. I sound like I'm still asleep. I said, wow, I dreamed that. Because when I come in the house, let me tell you what happened when I first moved over here. And I don't know if it's, I know there's some folks from Casiana that listens. But let me tell you, when I first moved in, they said that sometimes they rig them to where they could get in. I know they always keep like one window open, right? And being that this is upstairs, downstairs, the windows that they have open they're upstairs. They're real high. So the ones that are downstairs are all deadbolt. They're locked in, which is a good thing. We thank the Lord for that. I see some of the people out here, they had like AC units up in their windows. And you know, it's so funny, they done cut. One of my neighbors, and hopefully they don't get upset, but they didn't unscrew it or anything. They cut it a square so that the AC can hang out. Now there's no AC in there, so it's still just a big screen with a cut in it. Wow, why would you do that? I mean, I don't think they did it because they would still have their AC there. But I believe that, someone before them, why would you cut? Because you can't open them. So why would you cut and put your AC? I know it's hot outside, and I know the summer's coming up, and I hadn't been here in the summer because it does get pretty hot in these things. But I don't know. We have to find another method because you cannot cut that iron thing open, and someone did. Yeah. So the downstairs are bolted down real good, but the upstairs are not. But from these are considered low-income homes, and they can actually do what they want to do. Maintenance, management, whatever. And there are some that they fix the lock. And from Wheatley, what they told me over Wheatley, that they have some type of league with the police officers. Most of the time it is the police officers. And I don't want to hide, uncover, reveal, but from my understanding, a lot of them inside are also police officers. And so over in Wheatley, they had access to the keys. They came in, and again, because they were undercover, hidden. And they came in through the keys, and that's how they got to the door. Wheatley also had this little tunnel at the top and these stairwells. I guess if they couldn't get in, they go to the stairwells and climb through the tunnels. Or maybe sometime they go to the person's house downstairs and climb to the tunnel upstairs. They had their way of getting out, say convicts, drug dealers, or whoever they was coming to get, or maybe even innocent folks, Over here in Casiana, they're made differently. But the downstairs are real tightly closed in, and we thank God for that. And the upstairs windows, most of the upstairs windows really, they don't open. I think I have one or two windows Well, actually 3. I have 3 windows upstairs that actually opens. Yeah, I got one. A lot of them are stuck closed for some reason, but that's fine because it's one in every room. So I don't know if the ones that are stuck closed, I don't know if that's the ones that they glued closed, because it's 3. I have one in every window that, you know, you can open up and get out of. Well, actually 4. Yeah. Well, let me just say I have more that you can open than when you cannot open. But I always put the little silver things in my windows to keep them from opening unless I need to open them. Yeah. So, yeah. But the back door here, for some reason, the lock was stripped. And I knew another person out here to say her lock was stripped. And it was the deadbolt one. Because, you know, if you have keys, if one door, I guess they can just get in when they need to get in. I don't know. You need management to have a copy of your keys. But as I said, we don't know what's going on. But I can't give you much more information than that. But just to make sure that your deadbolts are locked. You know, some of you go to bed, and especially if you're out here in Casiana, I think they basically know who they want, but still, yeah, you never know when you're one of the ones that's on the list. I always try to get up in the middle of the night and check my kids, but they are checking them, making sure that the deadbolts are locked. I know my door in the front, when you first come in, 2 of the screws are off of that. You know, the latch. 2 of the screens, they're off of that. So, yeah. So be careful, y'all. Maintenance take a long time to come and fix it. But my deadbolts still, you know, they have to actually be real heavy and kick the door open in order to get in. About that time, I've been unhurted, and you know, you grab what you can and do what you can because you're protecting yourself, right? Yeah. So anywho, that's the news for this morning. I'm waking up now. I can hear my voice. That's the news for this morning. Make sure y'all lock your doors out here at Casiana Homes. Someone asked a question about the CIA. I know that question came up too. It appears that government has a lot of mechanisms that can do what they want them to do. We look at the TV shows and we wonder how much of that is really true. How much of that? Can the government come through your wall? Can it come through your ceilings? You know, I don't know. I just believe God. I said, Lord, if you can't keep me, I can't be kept. Amen. You got to watch codes too, because some people give you sign language. They want you to know what they're doing so they can make you angry, you know. And I just don't agree. I just feel like we live in this third world country where they would do something crazy like try to take a child or something for a lawsuit. That's just crazy. That really is. I think these people are so heartless in America. And they're not American, so it's hard to say America. I can't see American right now. I don't know if it was always done, but the fact that America is not, you know, really doing anything. I know they talked about the satellite and the ways they're looking at, and I know they talked about the cameras being placed in a lot of our homes that live in the projects. But I don't know how true a lot of that is until I see it. It's not legal to have cameras, but again, they are a government, and government they're back each other. Yeah, they're back one another, and so we have to be careful with that too, because we have city officials that are going wild. They've gone crazy, and until we get some order, you know, the bottom line is that we're in bankruptcy. We're in, we're in a deficit, and so if we don't have anyone to love our country enough to say, look, we don't have money in this because of these government officials stealing, what are we going to do? I mean, we can't. Even if it takes I don't know much about the government, but even if it takes the UN and say, okay, since y'all going to sit over there and steal, then y'all need to come up with my money by this date, since you're not going to do anything with government, because y'all can't keep. It's like a brother and sister. You know, you got a sister that keep on borrowing money, and then they go and spend their money crazily. You know, you're going to start to say, okay, no, because I'm not working to take care of your habits. You know, I'm going broke taking care of you. If you got a family member you're going broke taking care of, it's time for you to say, okay, I'm not going to go broke taking care of you. I'm not. You know, if something's going to have to give. You're going to have to do some switching around before I help you again. And until they show that they have switched around and made some improvement, then I wouldn't help them again. I mean, yeah, unless it was an emergency. Unless it was urgent. I wouldn't be a mean sister. Every now and then you'll forgive. But yeah, we got to do something.